Hey everybody, Cam here with a video on AMC and GameStop. So it's been about a week since I've made a full video on these two, but we finally got some green action and significant green action, right? So AMC was up 23% today, closed at 1277, and I mentioned just briefly in my video yesterday that AMC closed at 1032 yesterday, could be starting that leg up. As you'll see on the daily chart, we kind of broke out to the other side of that triangle pattern that we had. Well, we failed at first and then broke through, but here pretty good consolidation after hours yesterday. Closed here at 1032 level, moved up 1040. Probably would have been a good spot to maybe get a feeder for the overnight action, right? So you can basically risk off the 200 EMA here, 1020, 1023 level. I coach basketball, high school basketball, so practice in the afternoon. Not able to get in overnight to hold, but that would have been a good play. Got the gap up in the morning. Usually when it gaps up pretty quickly in the morning, that's not a good sign. It usually sells off from there, but you see, kind of put this hammer in right at 4 o'clock where a lot of people are able to trade when their brokers become active. And low 1063 there, 1064 low right off the open, and then we rip higher. So long play essentially all day. Get this triangle pattern here mid-morning, right? So we kind of get this triangle. Oh, it's actually not the line I want to get. We see we kind of break that level 2-3 wicks through it. Big engulfing candle breakthrough, holds the 9, breaks out up to 14 bucks. We'll see this $14 area pretty clearly on the daily chart of AMC, and then we pull back, sell off, closing at 1277. Kind of a weak close, honestly, but that's expected. The daily chart, there's a lot of resistance at 14, and still, significant move for AMC today, and we'll want to see it continue for tomorrow. One thing to look at here, I didn't even draw this, so let's just see if there is a corresponding fib that we're bounced off of, right? So if I put this just from the high today to the low of the day, you see we kind of close right out about the 61.8, actually acted as resistance into the close, and then now we're sitting down below the 50 right now, or on the 50 here after hours. So you kind of, if you are a fib trader or a retracement trader, 50-61 levels are something you look at. You can also look at the weekly chart for that level as well. The significant move for just this week on this one candle, right? So we can get 14.2, we can get it close down to 956, right? And so the 61 there is sitting at 12.4. We're sitting at 12.5 right now after hours, so still within a reasonable retracement range. And then just here on the weekly, right, we kind of have this hammer candle last week, and then big breakout this week. So that's a good sign of bullish price action. And you see the increase in volume here on the weekly, right? 437 million shares traded this week. That's the most volume traded since the week of March 22nd. So you do like to see a high increase in volume on your movements, either whether higher or lower. So buyers are stepping up right now for AMC. So now we'll go to the daily chart. You see what I'm talking about here. So we had this triangle pattern, broke through it, failed back through, and then the line of resistance now acts as support, also corresponding, got the bounce right off that 8.9 fib, $9 fib, right where we had resistance here in the past, once, twice, acts as support, and then kind of failed here. You can say filled the triangle pattern, got back through it, bounced off it again, one more bounce here, and then moved into the prior line of support, acting as resistance, 1, 2, got above it yesterday, breakout today, excuse me, and you see here we wicked all the way back up into this consolidation of the prior move in March, between set highs 1449, 1454, and then that corresponds over here on the histogram, volume histogram, right? A lot of volume in that $14 area, so sellers came in, pushed this thing back down as that volume had been sitting there, right? So as AMC started moving up last time into this area, shorts piled in, gets back up in there again, they keep adding, or they added once more to push this thing back down, and you see from where we have been consolidating around the $9-10 area, quite a bit of volume below, and basically we closed right below this now volume shelf, really sitting between 13 14 bucks. So we'll look to see if volume will come in tomorrow to push AMC higher, and we will have options expiring tomorrow as it is Friday. So just a quick look at options here for AMC. Highest concentration here for call options, calls on the left, puts on the right, is at 12 bucks. Same with puts here, sitting 24,000 at 11.50 and 12 bucks. So we did get up to 14 today, so you do have concentration at 37, but pretty significant volume on options for AMC compared to the past weeks. So it'll be interesting to see what strike hits tomorrow. Let me know your thoughts in the comments where you think the strike price is going to be for tomorrow's close. And then now we'll go back to Thinkorswim, just look at GameStop. So GameStop moved up today as well, 164.5, up 13.6%. You see here we do have this similar triangle play to AMC, but instead of breaking out above the descending line of resistance, we kind of just kept failing through it, right? So we pushed into it this week here and couldn't get through, closed below, gapped above it, closed back down, right on the now rising support line. Triangle fills, fail, and then we kind of ride the prior support, but it's now acting as overhead resistance. Pushes this down as the market sells off this week. Pull back down here into the 130s. We do have volume concentration around this 140, 130 level, and we do have this prior hammer candle to risk off of at 132. That's also corresponding with the 78.6 fib here. And inside day yesterday, AMC gaps up, get a breakout play, right? So inside candle, push higher, and we push higher on quite a bit of volumes, right? So 8.7 million shares, the most shares that have been traded in the last 3 weeks for GameStop. And you see we kind of got close to this trend line here. It's now acting as resistance, so we'll look to see if we can break through that again. And if we can break through that trend line, obviously the next target is going to be this 186 fib, which has been an area of interest in the past. So that's what I got for you guys on AMC and GameStop. Could be an interesting Friday. Let's hope it is. I mean, I've made other videos in the past, basically this whole entire stretch of this chart where we're looking for a big move on Friday due to options, and it's kind of been dull, but things can't change, and there is a market environment right now that would be great for these heavily shorted volatile stocks. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Appreciate you taking time to watch the videos, and we'll see you in the next one.